Woodshop. My name is Christopher.
And my name is David. And we've had multiple takes to get to this stage with this video. And on this week, we would like to do a big shout out to Chris, who is patiently waiting on this video coming out. We are at part 2 of
the rocking chair for teddies, or my dad.
Oh no, that's it. No, that's just.
As you can see, I've unclamped the thinner sandwich off the wood. I'm going to go on to the next bit here, unclamping the thicker slices. Bit too much glue this time. Solid as a rock.
Here we are. So this is what's going to be the outline of the rocking chair itself. So we need to put this on the bandsaw. Once we've cut this out, it then hopefully should split open, and then that will be one side of the rocking chair and the other side of the rocking chair. So it'll start all getting a bit clearer as we'll go through the next stages here. So here we go. So now we're done with the big bandsaw, we're going to move on to the small scroll saw, which will allow us to get in between the small and intricate bits in and around here. So let's get over to that now. There is our outline. Now you can start to see what's happening. Okay, so this is the outer bit to one side, and then the outer bit, of course, if you're looking at it from the other side. So what we need to do now is drill our 2 holes, which will hopefully relieve the 2 drops of glue that we had in each end and split it in half.
Thanks, Dad, for getting the general shape cut out of the rocking chair. I'm going to bring it over to also the sander here just to get it smoothed off and give it a nice good finish. It's going to get a bit noisy, so let the music play. So, as you can see, we've got it all nice and smoothed out. We're going to take it over now to the other side and get the 2 holes drilled in it here. So, let's get drilling. So before we get on to the drilling part of the process, I'd just like to give you guys a reminder to subscribe to our channel, The Relaxing Woodshop. So, let's get cracking here. For the 2 holes, we're going to use a 20mm and a 25mm Forstner drill bit. Just for each bit, the lower one's going to be the bigger one and the higher one's going to be the smaller one. So let's go on. So as you can see, we've went through to the other side of the rocking chair. We've turned around now just to drill from the other side so it doesn't blow the back out of it. So let's get going here. Now for the moment of truth. sides split.
So, the next part of it, seriously, in the middle of filming, like, what do you like? Right guys, so you're now starting to see what's happening here. So this is going to be one side of the rocking chair, and this is going to be the other side. So now what we need to do is fill in the middle bit. Now this is a woodworker's nightmare where you do go through a lot of wood in terms of what we cut off here. But I'm going to show you then how we get the centre bit, the sandwich part, filler, put into place. So the block that we glued up, we bring our rocking chair design to here. And now we have to decide where the person's going to sit. So this is the arm part of the chair, so they don't sit there. And this is the bottom part of the chair, so they don't sit there. But what they will sit is along and round here, or should I say the teddy bear. So draw the line round here, bring it to here and stop. Run it around here, like so. And again round here. And then bring it across into there, right? Then we'll go to this side and bring it across here. Bring it across here. And then of course around that bit there. So now what we need to do is if we're to here and we're to here, we have to bring these lines to match. So we need to do that with our eye. And again from this bit, if you put a wee curve on the side, that'll know that we've gone too far down. So take it away. There's our line. So now what we need to do is run this across to there. And then run this down like that. And this is the seating part, or the sandwich part of the chair. So we're going to get this cut out now. We are back to Old Faithful, and excuse me one wee second because the dog has just jumped up. He's trying to get into as many videos as he can. So we're all back to Old Faithful, and now what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the actual outline of what we've just done there on the other table to get this all lined up with the inner part of the rocking chair. Okay guys, so now as you can see, they're pretty much finished here on this end, but what happens is now that we put the thickness part together on each side, then that'll give us the centre part. It will still require a bit of sanding after this, but that'll give you an idea as to what we're actually trying to achieve here. So the first part of this bit is we glue one side, leave it for 5 or 6 minutes to get tacky, so then we can unhook it and then glue up the other side. So let's do that now. Unlike Christopher in the last video, where he pretty much used an entire year's supply of glue, we still put plenty on, we just don't drown it in it. And what we'll do is we'll bring it round, cover the whole surface, make sure we get good adhesion, I think it's the word to use. And then we give our hands a wee wipe, bring this up to match, and then once we get that in place, lift it up a wee bit. Now this is the tricky bit, start sliding about, but don't panic, just take your time, and as we always say in the shop, relax. And that locks in one, and then I would just move that just a hair, like so. That locks up two. See what way we can get at this one. There we go. Sorry, my elbow's in the road, camera boy. Three. Always like to get an extra clamp in. It's like the old game Twister. You can get another wee spot, put your hand in. And four. So we'll give that a few minutes to tack up, and then we'll retighten then on the other side. So while we're sitting waiting, you're able to fast forward to our next bit, and here we go. So that is one half done. We still need to sand, as I said, the final wee bit of it, but that's one half done. Only about 10 minutes of drying time there, enough to be tacky for us to put the other side on. Because if you try and put both sides on at the same time, it's like playing with a Rubik's Cube, but while washing your hands with very hot liquid. It doesn't really work. So, same fit rule applies. Generous amount of glue, but just not enough to drown it. And so go round, getting plenty on. Back to the cloth. take a wee bit of any excess just to make it a wee bit less work to do when we're finishing. And again, finding our line that we're happy with, like so. Hold for a few seconds. Some people actually use a bit of salt when they're doing this, and it acts as a bit of grit almost to clamp up, because as you can see, as soon as you lift up, it moves about a bit. So we'll just a wee bit of work in the hands, because we can't ask the cameraman to do this while I'm doing this, can we? Yes, we can. Hold on. There we go. So that's that one, and then we'll press the back one down. Like so. Once you get a couple in place, you can then kind of work away with it, so you can, but just take your time, making sure your lines are pretty set. I would actually rather have that one going a wee bit further forward. Like so. We'll get another clamp squeezed into here. And then the final clamp goes at the back. And I think at this stage, we deserve a coffee. Well guys, another week done at the relaxing wood shop, and as you can see, the wee bird's snug nestling into the rocking chair.
Remember guys, to get those likes and subscribes onto our channel. Next week we're going to be
What are we doing next week?
We're going to be doing a poker table next week. It's going to be a pretty big project. So
yes, this could be 2 or 3 parts, so Chris, just persevere, keep watching every week, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week at the relaxing wood shop.